Hello, my name is Marlene Resnick-Simons, and I've spent most of my professional career as a parent educator and a college professor of educators, as well as an author of parenting books. During that career, I've identified critical points where relationships with our kids start moving in the wrong direction. When that trajectory begins going downhill, it can last for many years, sometimes a lifetime, and it happens earlier than you think. Most often, we see early mistakes that arise from a lack of understanding about three main issues. All contribute to creating a family environment that is far more stressful and more conflict-ridden than it needs to be. Conflicts and arguments take an emotional toll. The research is clear. Such an environment has a negative impact on every family member, even babies. So I've developed this video series for parents who realize the great challenge before them. Parenting the next generation is not only about our children. Parenting is also about the future of humanity. The role that you play with your children is of profound importance. What you do matters. Parenting is hard work. In reality, it's a job, and yet, how many of us have considered what that job description actually entails? It may be the longest and the most important job that you ever have, and yet we're expected to do it without any formal parent education or training. That's why I created this program. This video series combines the three major elements of successful parenting. Those elements are as follows. Number one, a clearly defined job description regarding your role and your responsibilities. This is challenging because we're handed a newborn baby who is totally dependent on us for every need and for every protection. And we're expected at the end of 18 years to have produced an individual who is self-responsible and capable of functioning in this very complicated world in which we find ourselves. There's so many confusing issues and contradictions inherent in such a job, so clarity in your role with your children is truly essential. Number two, critical information about stages of development, particularly intellectual development and emotional development. The typical stages where things begin to go wrong is early. Children are beginning to talk in sentences about 18 months old. Their language acuity is an example of their intellectual development. However, their lack of impulse control is an indication of their emotional development. Parents often interpret children's lack of impulse control as disrespect for them as a parent. And in fact, it really is an expression of the gap between the intellectual and the emotional development of a child at that stage of development. As you might imagine, the two different ways that parents interpret that behavior have profoundly different ways of dealing with how we treat that child. Number three, the skills required to engage cooperation and to set limits on difficult behaviors in ways that are healthy for kids as well as helpful for parents. Engaging children in resolving conflicts rather than wasting time in a war of wills, which truly can never be won, requires a clear understanding of your role as a parent and good problem-solving skills. It's all about helping children to become self-responsible. It's an ongoing process. It involves consistency, patience, and flexibility. I've helped more than 2,000 parents in creating homes that are more cooperative and where children can become more resilient, more responsible, and more self-confident, at the same time parents feel competent and capable in their important role. I will help you to build on your strengths and to recognize your special gifts. We all have them. I will assist you in learning how to compensate for the weaknesses that you identify and in building skills that become automatic so that you eliminate the most problematic conflicts with your children and teens. Life is never conflict-free, but we can learn how to use conflicts in ways that build relationships rather than investing in ongoing warfare, a never-ending battle of wills or silent retreats. The skills provided here are enormous, and they provide value for you and your children. We all want the best for our kids. This series provides the critical elements of clarification, information, and skill building that have been proven successful in creating a more cooperative and more peaceful home environment. And who doesn't want that? This program will help you to teach your kids how to become responsible, capable, and confident individuals who can be contributing members of their families and communities. The benefits of this program go beyond your children. The knowledge and the skills that you will learn will help you in situations and relationships that reach far beyond the walls of your home. Your role as a parent is of profound importance. What you do matters, and it matters to the future of humanity. I know that this program will help to guide and support you in the very challenging job of parenting. Again, my name is Marlene Resnick-Simons, and I hope you find this series, Parenting in a World of Change, to be of great value. I think you will. Thank you for listening.